All right, who wants to do the intro?
Ren.
Me?
Yeah.
How does it go again?
How does the? How is it? Oh, it's been so long.
Ready right now? We're rolling right now?
Like right now.
Yeah,
right
we've been
now?
rolling for like a half hour.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Boldly Going Nowhere. I am one of your hosts, Ren Andromeda.
I'm your favorite unemployed Dabo girl, Shell Shock.
And Captain Too Far.
And today we're going to be talking about season 1 of Picard. Picard. And I thought it was fantastic. What are your general thoughts?
Fantastique.
Yeah, we're going to be jumping all over today. Talking about themes.
Yeah, so general impressions of Picard. So I was kind of excited when excited but apprehensive when the show was announced. I shouldn't say that. Hopeful. I was really hopeful.
It's like every new Star Trek series, excited and hopeful.
Because it released a couple seasons into Discovery, right?
I don't know.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
I
Was
guess
it
I
after
should know
Discovery?
this.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
After Discovery was
Had
completely
started.
done. Oh, okay.
Not done. No.
Yeah.
And I had feelings about that show.
So many.
You sure did, but we're not talking about that.
No, we're not talking about that. So then we watched Picard, and I had feelings about that show. And then we recently rewatched it because it had been
couple years, yeah.
Because we watched all 3 seasons, and then now we just recently restarted season 1, and it hurts me less than it did the first time.
You're more accepting of it.
But it is not my favorite show. I'll say this. I don't even think it's as good as Discovery.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't really like Discovery that much.
Okay.
There's things about Discovery that I like.
Yeah.
But overall, it's kind of a mess.
And you think Picard is not as good as Discovery?
Yeah, and it's part of the same problem. Like, there's a lot of really pretty things that distract you from how poorly written the whole story arc is.
Okay, fair.
And honestly, the way they do certain things, it kind of breaks the whole universe.
Yeah, okay.
In terms of everything that came before.
Yeah.
They just kind of like
okay.
piss all over it.
All right, do you have that written down, what it breaks? Because that would be interesting for our listeners.
Yeah. That's just my general impression.
I know, but I want to hear more about that because I think that Too Far is astute on that point. I actually have a story about Picard that I haven't told you guys yet, but I'm going to wait, and you're going to go and give a general impression, and then I'll tell my story.
General impression. I would say the first time that we watched it, both of us were just, what the fudge ripple.
That's good.
Yeah, like we hated it, just passionately hated it. I liked the first time around. I liked the way it started. I was intrigued by this, this whole new federation where, synths were, all banned, and here comes, right, this sweet little synth girl, and here's Picard's back in the game, and like that was all cool.
Yeah, there's some fun ideas, yeah.
But I feel like it where it could have shined more in different places, it just glossed over them. And I think it all fell apart at the end in a way that just makes my blood boil. But I will say I enjoyed it or hated it less the second time around. Liked it better the second time around.
Yeah, we actually we started and stopped the show multiple times when we first watched it because we just couldn't get through it.
It was just
it was painful.
Yeah,
like painful.
And not all of it.
Not
all of it, but enough.
But it's Star Trek.
You're just like, what is even happening right now?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'd already been to Wasteland with you guys. I knew you guys. but I was mostly friends with Nate.
So this
I was
a few
mostly
years
hanging
ago.
out with Nate a couple
Yeah.
years ago. And then Nate said, "Are you going to go to Shell's birthday thing?" And I feel like I didn't know you very well. And I was sort of dragging my feet, but I went out just because I didn't want to go out that night. But I went out. I met you guys for your birthday dinner with your boys and stuff.
Yeah, what
Oh,
planet was that?
really? At Matador?
It's like a Cuban
Planet Matador.
restaurant. No, it wasn't Matador. It was a
I would-
Cuban restaurant or
we haven't-
tapas or something like that.
Oh. It was
we didn't go to
um,
Palm Beach.
On
eh?
Belmont or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
it was Palm
something.
Beach.
Palm Beach. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sitting there.
Planet Palm Beach.
Okay, so I'm sitting there, and you guys are like, you're like, "How are you?" And or like, what have you been up to? And I'm like, "Oh, nothing much. Just finished Picard." And then it just like exploded into this conversation with your boys and your boys and you guys are just like, it was like Picard, and I was like, whoa. I was like, these are my people, I
My
think.
people.
Most of the
We're
time
like,
when you say that shit,
Nerd
nobody-
alert. Just
Yeah.
like I could just imagine his face, right? The little dynamite sticks went off in
Yeah.
his eyes when you said
Yeah.
the word Picard.
Yeah, normally when I say something like that, people are like, "What? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh,
Oh
wow."
my gosh.
And we had we had just watched it, so
Oh,
it's
so
all
it's
probably
still
fresh.
fresh,
All the pain was.
Fresh burning hatred.
But yeah, the first time I tried to watch, when I said I had just finished Picard, I was lying. I had just finished season 3 because I skipped it. Because the first season, I felt like I couldn't get into it, and that was actually before I had watched The Next Generation, like at all.
Yeah,
So-
that's right. You're pretty new.
Yeah. Well, I'm
So
not.
that-
I mean, I'm not new. Like my ex goth girlfriend used to
Uh-huh,
have it on all the
goth
time.
girlfriend.
My
Well, sure.
brother used to have it on all the time. Next Generation.
Yeah, but you weren't
No.
like
I didn't like
into
Picard.
it. You
I actually didn't like Picard as a captain, and like,
right,
yeah.
which is understandable.
I mean, now I do like him more, I have to say, after watching all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I skipped ahead, and then so I had to go back recently, and I watched season 1 and 2 for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And
The whole thing where he becomes Locutus of Borg. Did you get to that?
yeah, I watched all of Next
Just-
Generation twice.
Oh, it's just brilliant. Oh.
I want to do a whole episode on that storyline because
Yeah.
I have I mean, not that I
It was
just
so-
complain.
it was
I mean, there's
gut-
things
it
that are
was
like
gut-wrenching
amazing.
back in the day when that first came out. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was traumatizing.
some of it is really good, but it also, because of that, they left a lot on the table, I feel like. But we'll come back to that
That's
someday.
how I feel about
Well,
the new Picard.
I really liked Picard. I liked season 1 and 2 better than season 3.
That's interesting.
And I think I like season 2 a little bit better. I like season 2 the best. But I like the whole synth thing. Yeah, I dug it.
Yeah,
I like
that's
7
really
Seven of 9 is hot as hell.
She looks so good.
She's heckin' hot.
God.
She is just yeah.
Ugh,
Oh my god.
I felt very fired up.
Oh my gosh. She's yeah.
And
The time
Rafi,
has
I thought
not
Rafi
moved.
was hot too.
She's beautiful, and they're both wonderful actresses. I do think they're both extremely talented, and
I thought
No, it's
all the
just- it's
women.
just the hotness.
I
It's
thought
just the
all the
hotness,
women were
yeah.
hot. I thought even Girardi was hot, and I thought Picard's Romulan hottie on the side that lives in his house is hot.
yeah,
Laris.
yeah. There's some chemistry there.
Yeah. When we get into
Mm-hmm.
okay, so to keep this somewhat structured, so we don't just ramble on like around, right? Let's talk about some of our favorite highs and lows,
Okay.
and then we can get into some character stuff
Okay.
because well, there's something to talk about with all of them, particularly the last two that you mentioned.
Okay, so let's talk about highs.
Yeah, highs. Okay. You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. You want to go?
I do.
Go for it.
Oh, go.
Highs.
I have to have one word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One word. Hugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hugh.
seeing Hugh is great.
See, it's both that word is full of both sadness and joy.
Yeah.
Cause why?
Well, because they killed him. And now I will at least Hugh got to do some things. Like the first time we
Yes.
watched it, I felt like Hugh was totally underutilized.
He was.
And he didn't get enough screen time, and he got
did
killed
not.
off way too
He
early.
did.
But on the second viewing, that
What he did have, he
He did great.
It was did great. Oh, yeah.
Would I have
super
liked
good,
to
yeah.
see more of him? Sure.
Yes.
But do I
Yes.
think they did him as dirty as I felt like the first time I watched it?
Okay, maybe yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe,
Maybe
not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of nostalgia though there, like the first time.
I mean, he was never a major character.
No,
right?
but still,
It was just one
I
episode.
mean, come on. It's from TNG, and then that whole, and then their bond after his,
I mean,
his-
it's cool, but it's
whatever.
not. It's not.
It's chock full of the feels. It's got it hits me in the feels.
like a knife to the neck
Like-
that killed Hugh.
The knife to the neck that killed you. It was very
Oh,
sad.
spoilers.
What?
Oh yeah, we have spoilers.
Spoiler warning. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
Hugh was great.
Yeah.
Liked him. Do we? So what other past Borg members showed up? There's 7. Hugh, Ichib. Should
Damn
we
it.
talk? Let's talk about Ichib.
poor
Well, that's a
Ichib,
low.
too.
That's a low.
He didn't even get
It's
a
a sad
line.
part.
Oh yeah, okay.
Not as a
Highs.
low.
Highs,
We're talking about
highs.
Highs. Okay, yeah.
So did a high for me?
You know,
Pizza Party.
with Riker and
When
Deanna Troy.
that to me was the best episode of the season
Why?
because it's all about the characters just interacting,
Mm-hmm.
being friends,
Mm-hmm.
And
and
it's Riker and
I mean Jonathan
Troy
Frakes.
Yeah, he's
Whenever
good.
he just
And
has such a charisma
Yeah.
that
well, so does she, and they together. They have great chemistry together. They always have. Don't you think?
yeah.
It's undeniable.
But he doesn't even need a script. He can just show
No,
up
Just
and
read the tax code.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So he was great.
Do you like
and that-
his daughter?
Oh, she was good.
Eh,
I mean, she's a kid. She's
yeah,
fine.
It was fine.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you? What's a high?
Okay.
What's a high for you?
Strangely enough, I think that they did a very good job with like Rafi's addiction stuff because I don't think that's something I've actually read in one of the groups that people really like. But I like it too because I think it's cool to see like a Starfleet person that is struggling with mental health. Because everybody's so perfect in a way or like is such a genius or they're just like these amazing people, but to see somebody in the future in that time, like a futuristic time that's still struggling with like addiction and mental health stuff, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Not the first time they've done that though.
Okay.
Right? It's not like it's completely unique. I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I will say it was annoying to see like a vape pen. Like she's
Oh, I forgot about that.
she's space vaping all the
Yeah,
time.
but like, I mean,
dumb.
you have to breathe.
No, I know, but it's dumb.
I think that,
it's
that
not
was
like
her drug, wasn't it?
It's not like smoking has never been shown on Star Trek before. It's been shown in like the kind of the rip-off Star Wars cantina scenes in a couple of the movies. They showed smoking one in particular. I think of like this. There was an alien gal that had like a really long cigarette thing.
Okay.
Or in the pipe they showed like there's been pipes and stuff. Right. That's
Sure.
So it's not like none of that's new, but just something so contemporary.
Yeah, it pulled you out of the immersion.
In Star Trek like that it just exactly. It's just
I
don't
think
know.
that was her drug,
You're-
It's a nitpicky
her
thing,
drug
but-
delivery device.
You're shitting
wasn't
on
it?
my high.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's supposed to be high.
Look, that's a
Nice.
low for you, so we got to come back
No,
to
it's
that
not.
later.
No, the concept isn't a low, but there's
No.
elements of the execution that are kind of a low. But as far as other things, like they did that with T'Pol, right? She struggled with some stuff.
True.
Barkley had like kind of
Yeah, he had
some-
like a
Barclays,
holodeck
who jumped
addiction.
he had
Mhm.
addiction. Yeah, exactly.
Sure,
he had
yeah,
some
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
going on. There's been other.
Okay, that's true. I just
Yeah.
I still liked it though.
Yeah, I like it too. It humanizes.
I also like Girardi. I mean, this is character stuff, so I'm gonna never mind. We'll come back to that. I don't know. I like
so how
the whole
about
like
as far as an event? Like,
yeah, I like the whole like rehabbing of the Borgs. I thought that was very interesting. Like an interesting concept that they would take a whole cube and rehab all the Borgs one by one, put them in like stasis and take them out and take all this technology out of them.
I agree. I think
was
that
cool.
was that was
Yeah,
one of the
super-
better concepts, and having Hugh be like
Yeah.
leading
Part
that,
of that.
Yeah.
one of the
Agreed.
best concepts of the show.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't know. What else? What else is a high? Oh no, we have dead air.
I think the return of Seven,
Yeah.
even though it was kind of handled clumsily.
Yeah.
I think having her, not to go into like her character too much, but just having her return and be part of the whole thing.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Was pretty great.
It was
you're
great.
right. Better than Hugh even.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
All right.
her not being part of Starfleet.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
also
that was
a
interesting.
good choice.
Yeah. Okay, what about lows?
Oh man, where to begin?
We'll just pick 2.
2.
Yeah.
How about I pause and one of you go?
Shell, do you have any?
Lowe's.
Yeah.
So by the way, the head of Starfleet Security, whatever, I don't remember.
Commander
whatever,
O,
Commander
the Vulcan lady.
Right.
Mhm.
And who's the Romulan Jem'Hadar witch sect?
Oh, she's the Romulan. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that right?
And
She's
then-
a Romulan?
The
Tal
Jem'Hadar
Shiar, not
are
Jem'Hadar.
on Deep Space Nine.
The Tal Shiar or the Zat Vash?
Zat Vash.
Oh, yeah,
The
you're
Zat
right.
Vash.
The nuns.
Those two factions are in opposition to each
were
other.
the
Okay.
witch nuns.
The Zat Vash or the
Yeah.
witchy nuns, yeah.
So, and I guess this ends up more on the high side. But that anyway, that scene where they're all, it's a flashback. Commander O is there, and so is the Romulan psycho sister.
Yeah.
I don't remember her.
Narissa.
Narissa. So they all look into the admonition is what it's called, and then there was probably a dozen of them in a circle around this.
Yeah, that was sick.
This thing, right?
Yeah.
And then they all start like bashing their heads in with boulders and clawing their eyes out.
They're going crazy.
Yeah, but what I felt like it borrowed from was looking into the time vortex with Doctor Who. And I thought, I don't know. Maybe
Like if you know too much, it makes you insane.
well, it's just more that most people cannot handle connecting with the schism or the void or the all-knowing or the nothing. I don't, like it's just only
Hold the mic back just a little bit.
certain minds.
Sorry, it's just you naturally kind of lean forward. By the way, disclaimer: new lighting, new mic setup. We're just getting everything dialed in, so we're going to be adjusting on the go.
So you guys are gonna have to wait.
as we figure it out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's kind of like they were drinking ayahuasca or something like that, which does make you go crazy sometimes. But I don't know if you're bashing your head in. It's kind of a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
extreme. The
You're
Romulans
gouging
always
your
have to
eyes
be
out
so intense.
No, but I mean, I think something like that would be intense, and I do believe in the same way that psychedelics, are overwhelming for a lot of people's psyches, and some just not.
Right.
I think it would be the same kind of way that you looked into the schism, and all of a sudden you're filled with the knowledge of the destruction of the universe, right? And how it's going to happen, and it was that. Remember that Doctor Who episode where they had to push the button and vote at the end if they were gonna keep the secret for another year?
that's right.
Right after looking in and finding out the truth, would they choose?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people.
I'm sure there's other
snapped.
places in sci-fi where that sort of thing has
Yeah.
been used as well.
Yeah.
A lot of not a lot. A couple of key story elements that from this season also not necessarily ripped off, but they're eerily similar to a video game series that I played many years ago called Mass Effect, where the whole premise of that is that there's grandiose synthetic life beings that come in that case they come from out of the galaxy every 50,000 years to destroy organic life, and then the whole galaxy basically resets.
Oh yeah, that's really similar.
So,
Ish.
and there's artifacts left around the galaxy that people can find in kind of like monoliths or some shit like that. And certain people can interface with it, and it bombards you with all this stuff. And if you don't make sense of it, you go crazy, or you get indoctrinated by the evil and the main character that you play gets that, and then the whole goal is to like go around and solve the mystery about what's going on with who's trying to destroy all organic life and blah blah blah, and it turns into this whole thing. Very similar to kind of some of the story beats in at least the underlying story beats in Picard.
Yeah.
Was it intended that way, or was it a coincidence? I mean, probably. I mean, who knows? But
yeah, I think the synthetic life thing is interesting because it brings in this like idea about what is consciousness, which is what they play with a lot and with data, you know. But I think in the midst of AI and stuff now, it's an interesting theme. You know, what is consciousness? What is humanity?
Life?
Yeah. But I think as far as a low on that theme, like I don't really like dig the whole, what's his name? Sung's, whoever.
Oh my gosh, there's
the
that
colony
part,
on the
just leave that
planet with
family.
all the people, with all the synthetics.
The only scientific family apparently left in the Star Trek universe.
all played
The
by Brent
Sungs.
Spiner.
All played by
Yeah.
Brent Spiner.
Yeah, I just didn't really dig the colony. I thought it was kind of dumb, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it's all, yeah.
So the
So many
story,
things.
just to kind of put a wrapper around this a little bit. So there is a synthetic that, well,
do you want me to read the
no, I don't want you to. I don't want you to read the thing. I'm going to try to and jump in and help me out where I get stuck. So
Alright.
basically, there's a Romulan sect that finds this thing that
The Jadvaj.
that gives them the true nature of the galaxy, which is like
The
synthetics.
admonition.
Synthetics must be destroyed, or they're going to destroy
Right.
everything. Which has never been a thing in all of Star Trek with all the synthetics that we've seen in the past 40 or 50 years. But that doesn't matter. They're here now, and they're really angry.
right?
And there's two synthetics that are for some reason sleeper agents, they're twins, living their separate lives,
Yeah.
and they get tracked down. One of them gets killed. Picard finds out about it through a painting from Data to find the other one,
Daughter.
and then to go find the other one.
Yeah, and Girardi like confirms it's like
Yeah, and
Data's daughters.
then they go on an adventure to solve the mystery,
Yeah.
and which leads them to the Borg cube, and then finding out about the Romulans, and then there's various things that happen along the way, hijinks and mayhem and fighting,
yeah.
and then it culminates on a
Secret
final
planet.
showdown
Yeah.
on this secret planet where this colony of synthetics are.
Yeah.
And then they have to figure out how to defend the dozen or so synthetics. Do they say how many there are?
There's more than a dozen.
100? I don't know how many.
I don't
However
know,
many there are.
50.
And not only hit them are there, but shockingly, another descendant of Dr. Soong.
Oh yeah, of course. Who looks identical? But whatever. I mean, you just kind of
Is he a synthetic too? The scientist guy?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
He's a real human.
He's a human. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is where it all starts to fall apart for me.
To me, it fell apart in the very beginning.
Well, okay, I'm not saying that there weren't. Yeah, I just spent this whole episode
Because the whole concept is
they
what
touch down, it just goes to hell.
did they call it? The cloning something cloning.
Let me look it up.
So basically, the idea is a single fragment of positronic matrix, whatever. From that single
Yeah.
thing, you can clone. Go ahead.
Fractal neuronic cloning, which results in twin androids with organic bodies, which were Data's daughters. But that's the whole thing, fractal neuronic cloning.
So that makes the twins, but the premise is if you take a molecule of Data
Yeah.
from his positronic matrix, it's got everything in there. So that the positronic matrix is no longer a matrix. Any component of that is the whole, which doesn't make any sense.
No.
So then you can take that, and it's got all the knowledge of the Dataverse, right?
Maybe it's based in quantum theory.
And so then you can make all of the other things.
Yeah.
And so Data had a premonition of which androids were going to be made later.
Yeah. That makes
and
sense to me.
painted her.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
And then later, like 15 years later, a human guy actually made them.
Yeah. That makes sense because they're in the
It doesn't
quantum.
make any sense.
Fractal means they're in the quantum, which means they're in a reality where they can see all the parallel universes, and then that's why Data can be psychic. So, kind of makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Kind of though.
It does not make.
I mean,
any sense.
if they can step out of time, maybe.
Well, okay. If we're what was it they said Einstein used like something in my eye is just killing me. Sorry guys, I've been over here like Einstein used like what 28% of his brain. So
Yeah.
it's a fairly small amount.
Right now, we're only using 5%
So
of our
5%,
brains.
5% of our
I only
brains.
use 2.
Yeah, I only use
2%
one.
only on days that end in Y.
Today's
So-
like 0.5.
So obviously, Data, right, or a positonic brain
You know,
would have a much higher brain function. So in theory,
yeah.
if
Yeah.
we were able to utilize more of our brains, we would be able to think and perceive the quantum universe is not out of the realm of possibility. So I'm going to have to side with Ren here.
It's
Oh,
outside of the realm
hey.
of possibility because in the 30 years of Data being on screen, that was
Yeah.
never a thing.
Oh, so we're not allowed to do new things?
We're not allowed to do anything
things?
new.
Not
Well,
allowed to do
you
things?
can, but I mean, at the same time, it's like it fundamentally changes the essence of what Data was.
Does it? Or does it
does.
just expand what's possible?
Yeah, see?
I mean, I get.
He was always growing. Think about how he was in the very beginning and the Data he was when he sacrificed himself to pay
Do any
Picard.
of us really know what we're talking about at all right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Like you're talking like you know what the fuck you're talking about. Like what the fuck is a positronic matrix?
It's a positronic matrix. And
You
we've
don't
seen
know
it
what
on
that
screen.
is.
Well, no, of course it's all made up, but it's the computer thing that
Yeah.
simulates
Okay.
human behavior, but it couldn't do emotion.
I mean, it kind
He
of
had
does
emo-
emotion
yes, but then he put the
slightly.
emotion chip in.
pets
and
his cat.
He had
So-
emotion.
Right, which was
yeah.
a chip.
Listen,
Right. And then
once
he
you put the
evolved
chip
from
in
there.
and then it gets going, it revs up.
Juicy-
So,
It revs
okay,
up.
juices
all right.
Get flowing.
So even
positronic juices.
they upgraded the juices.
The juices.
Even if you could say that because of how the positronic matrix worked, it somehow touches quantum mechanics.
Well,
Yeah.
now it does with the scientists that know how to do that.
How could they
No,
even at that?
Okay.
I think it's self-evolvement, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Even at that, the whole premise was they took a molecule of data that was left over,
A nanite.
and it wasn't even a nanite, just like a particle, and they
Data
used
particle.
that to make all of the other androids.
Well, clearly it worked.
doesn't make any sense.
Chris, it worked because that's what happened.
Okay, you're right. My bad.
If it had just been any other family than Dr. Soon, again, with the Dr. Soon and the madness, and look how all my evil experiments, it's just like, there's got to be other evil scientists.
Well, Girardi's evil. They brought her in.
And that was my other thing. How? Okay. All right. And let's just play. No, we play this out, right? A crazy Starfleet officer, commander, security lady comes to you
Yeah.
and says, pinches your neck. Watch this. Puts all the
Mind melds.
Yeah, did the mind meld.
Right.
Shoves the admonition into your brain and says, "I need you to kill your ex-lover."
Yeah, but Girardi's unstable anyways. So
That's
she's
just-
like,
just-
okay, I
and
kind of
she's
wanted
just
to
like,
kill him
"All right,
anyways.
I mean, why not? I've been having trouble sleeping.
She has intimacy issues, so that wasn't hard for
And
her.
then after that, they're like, "It's okay, good buddy." And then when Rios is all by the end. and-
What? Whoa, oh, you mean Rios and Girardi had sex?
Well, no, they got back together after they discovered she was a murdering psychopath.
What do you mean back together?
Well,
They hooked up once. I think.
Whatever. There was a thing there.
They
And
had
then-
sex.
and then the thing
That was the
fr-
first time they had sex or hooked up, right?
Yeah.
was before she murdered what's his name.
No, it was after.
was
but
it
she
after?
was. But at the time they
Well, he
didn't.
didn't know she was sorry.
Oh, he didn't know she was a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
She was
after he found
sometimes when you murder someone, you have to just kind of fuck the pain away of that.
I just there's a song. There's a song
Yeah,
in there.
Peaches. And he was like, "You're troubled.
Yeah,
Come to daddy."
I mean, I guess.
Come to
I
daddy.
Just, like everybody's so morally bankrupt with like all that. They're like, well, what's a little murder between
I
friends?
mean, just a
and-
little
They
bit.
were mad at her for a little while.
For like not even like 5 minutes. It was like,
Well, there's a
They
lot of
needed
story
her.
to get through.
They needed her. They couldn't just be mad at her for that. Plus, she was under the influence
I don't give a
of
shit.
something. The Romulan security officer's mind meld.
And
I'm
then
not-
knowing what we know about what's to come.
What they think is to come.
Know what I know is to come. She still sucks.
Okay.
Twice as much.
Who? Girardi?
Girardi.
Okay, let's
so
talk.
just in the context of season 1,
Yeah.
Girardi was
Ooh, bad character.
Girardi was not my favorite.
Okay,
character.
no, I really like Girardi. I think she's hot and cool.
Morally bankrupt.
Exactly, that's what makes it. She's kind of got a little evil.
You would never be able to trust her.
No, I wouldn't trust her.
No.
But is she a cool character? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Especially in the other
She's
seasons.
definitely damaged like we are. And that doesn't really ever explain why she's so...
I don't mind
the way
flawed
she
characters.
is.
I actually don't.
I don't mind
that at all.
No, I don't mind that either.
A little
It's not
crazy.
that.
I don't hate her. I
It
mean,
was
she
just-
serves the story.
It
She's
was
all
just more the
cute.
way everybody
She's
else
cute,
is.
and then you're like, oh, she's kind of crazy. She's a
then-
murderer. Okay.
But everybody else, that would not be how it would work on a starship.
Yeah, but they're just stuck up
They're
there
like,
by
"Oh,
themselves.
It's a little murder. Like, we're not gonna.
They're stuck up there. They don't
Nobody
have
needs
like
to know.
they don't have a bunch of people to choose from. They they need to have help. They need help beaming, and they're like, all right, we know you murdered him, but like let's just move on. We still need to get some shit done.
So
We have a mission.
curiosity question, from the story perspective, why did she have to kill him?
Yeah.
Because they told her that she did. They put it in her brain,
But why?
Well, they
so
put
he
the
wouldn't
admonition-
create more synthetics. Or
But he didn't
something?
create any synthetics.
No. I don't think they.
Yeah,
put
he
him-
did.
They didn't.
Who did he create?
Well, yeah, he was
He
part
created
of developing.
the Sajin, right? Soji
he
and
was there
Daj.
on that planet,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, he
with-
created it. Was the Sung guy?
right? On
Oh,
that,
he
on
was-
The secret,
they worked
secret
together.
Yeah,
Sith
yeah, yeah.
planet.
Those
Because of-
three work together. Girardi, the Brent Spiner, whatever his name is.
Girardi was at the Daystrom Institute.
No, but she was also there. That's
No, she
when they were
wasn't.
together.
No.
They were
No.
banging on
No,
the
she
planet.
turned him down.
No, because they call her the mother. They said you were our mother because you helped make us all.
Yeah, well, they go
Maybe based on her research
when
from
she
the
does her
Daystrom.
big
But she had
confession.
never
No, sorry.
She never been there.
she had never been off planet before.
Where did she bang
She turned him
Bruce
down.
Maddox?
He said, "I'm going away to do this very important thing, and you can either come with me right now and ask no questions, or you're gonna have to stay behind."
Okay, so she'd never been to the planet,
No.
So she stayed behind and never saw him.
but she's
again.
still the mama.
never saw.
She's
him
the mama
again.
bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of Data's quantum positronics
Yeah.
that can not
Makes
only have a
perfect
psychic
sense.
premonition of what 3 people are going to do in 20 years,
Okay,
I mean, that makes perfect sense
But-
to me.
exactly how they're going to do it and where, and
So-
how and know what they're going to look like and make a painting of it. And so for
name it
Picard
daughter.
to
Name it
follow the
daughter,
clue later. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, when you put it like that, it doesn't make. I mean,
Let's
perfect
talk about
sense.
the synths doing mind melds.
Okay, yeah. What's her name? The hot one that looks like my,
Yeah,
looks
the
like
one
my
she
old
gets-
roommate.
She gets killed, right?
We don't really need to talk about it. It's stupid.
So I want to call attention to the fact that one of the first things Sutra, like as in comma. One of the first things that Dr. Soong tells Picard, I think, he asks, "Have you perfected mind transfer yet?" And he says, "Sadly, no, Doctor Dead Guy,
Maddox.
Maddox.
Doctor My Lover Killed Me guy."
That's what he was working
He's
on.
like, I was the body guy. He was the mind guy.
Okay.
Okay.
I had forgotten
Okay.
a lot of that.
That's a very important moment because of what happens at the end. Completely contradicts all of that.
Yeah, because they just push the button and it works.
All of a sudden, Picard fades away,
Oh.
and then all of a sudden, instantly,
You mean they transfer his consciousness into a new body?
after saying that they
Yeah.
did not have the ability to do that.
Well, it wasn't perfected, and so that's the tension, right? It's like, oh, this might not work.
And more than that, or as much as that, they stole that shit from X-Men with the same actor. The same actor.
Patrick Stewart.
Professor X dies, and they shove him into a Professor X shell, and he's born anew.
And you know what sucks about that is that Picard didn't even get a younger body. They gave him the same old one.
Ball's body. I'd be pissed.
And it's going to age the same way. So
that's
it's just
right.
so stupid.
They did say
Yeah,
that.
they could have
Stupid.
made him a little younger.
I mean, they could have used, it would have been so simple to say, hey, we, because of all this technology we have for creating this synthetic life, and in fact, it would have tied back to Riker and Troy with their dead son. We can use this technology to heal you because of all this, whatever, and
Right.
and put him in the thing. It
Yeah.
might not work. It might kill you.
Yeah, give him the juices.
Give him the juices. They
just
have
to heal him, not
kinda
give
like
him
it-
a whole new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And just
exactly.
heal him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Just-
he would be, oh, yay, I'm better. I'm
Yeah.
not
It
going to
was
die.
just
or maybe
ridiculous.
just don't make him die at all. Like, don't have the storyline that he's dying in
And
the
it's-
first place.
Well, and it's just so morbid because everybody continues on like he's Picard,
But
he's
he's
not.
He is
Picard's
Picard.
His
His consciousness moved over.
You can't. Yeah, they
You're
have not.
saying that
No, there's
you're
more to
saying
a
that can't happen.
What I'm saying is that the soul plays as much as a part as your consciousness, and you can't have one without the other.
Well-
and as far as I know, they haven't figured out a way to synthesize a soul.
Yeah, but they're beaming people all over the
Exactly.
place.
Star Trek plays fast and loose with
Souls,
yeah,
basically,
exactly.
yeah.
Everyone in the Star Trek
Yeah.
universe is dead, anyways.
Pretty much because
Because
they're
they are.
beaming
Time
them.
to
Because
Transfer,
they
yeah.
all take.
Yeah.
So I don't have as much of an issue with that per se. But the concept is, I don't know. It's just
It's
unnecessary.
just
I agree. It's
unnecessary.
unnecessary
Yeah,
stuff.
unnecessary, yeah.
What about? Okay, let's talk about the characters. We've already talked about Girardi.
Yeah.
Girardi, the hottie.
Oh, what about the hottie Romulan assassin nun guy kid?
She had creepy
The man or the woman?
incest
The
issues.
man. No, the man. Wait. What? Are
No,
we
yeah,
talking
the
about?
brother and sister.
The other.
Narek and
Wrong
Nerissa.
Romulan.
Laris.
Ellen.
Laris.
Laris,
Who's that?
Picard's like castle woman.
Oh, she's hot. And they have.
I liked
There
them.
was some.
Yeah, they're
there's some
cute.
sexual tension.
Cute
there.
is not the right word.
Sexual tension between her and Picard for sure.
Which is unnecessary because she's like, well, she might be the same age as him actually.
whatever.
No,
He's
she's not the
never
same
settled
age.
Down with
She's like
anybody.
30 or 40 years younger.
Yeah.
And also, right, there's like the whole intimacy
Yeah,
shit with him and his mother
Yeah,
and all that. I
yeah,
don't remember
yeah.
if that's in season 1, the mother
I think that
thing.
comes later.
And like old Picard should get some.
But like Laris's husband dies. I don't know if that's season 1 either.
Wait, he died? No, that's not. No,
No.
that's not season.
No,
one.
he-
Spoilers.
Sorry.
He's alive.
Okay.
He almost gets acided when that Romulan, the last of the Romulan
Then why are we
assassins-
talking about Laris and Picard as a thing?
Because she's awesome.
Okay,
And-
but the
and
husband's
No,
there.
I was talking about
He's
Elnor.
there as-
Elnor?
Elnor.
The man.
Yes.
The sword,
the elf.
sword guy.
Yes.
The elf-like.
Yes, not talking about her.
Yeah, Legolas.
The
Yeah.
Legolas, the
Star
space,
Trek
Is
Legolas.
he a
space
Romulan or a
Legolas.
Vulcan? He's a Vulcan.
Those cheekbones, though, can we talk? I mean, they could like cut glass on those cheekbones. They were.
Yeah, he's
they were
pretty.
A
He's
class.
pretty.
But as a character, I mean, he did some things, but
Yeah, he was underused.
not only that, but it shouldn't. Honestly, I kind of feel like that role of action, fighty, whatever, should have been Laris and her husband. Because they established them, or the show established them as, competent fighters, like used to be special forces or something, right, in the
Yeah.
Romulan military, and kicked ass. And then they're just like, when they're done kicking ass, they're like, all right, have a good time, bye.
Bye. We'll hold down the fort at the vineyard.
Yeah, we're gonna go hang out with some
Get some
grapes.
Pinot Noir we're
and,
gonna harvest.
It's like, no, they should have gone with and fulfilled that whole Elnor role. The whole thing with, the boy raised in the women
nuns.
fighting nuns, and he's the outcast, but and there's some kind of like long lasting abandonment issue, even though he hardly knew
Yeah.
the kid, and like that
Right.
whole like
Yeah, that was a
surrogate
lot.
father story, like totally unnecessary.
Yeah, it kind of puts Picard in a bad position for some stupid reason.
Koji, go lay down. Koji. Lay down.
I got a goji between my legs.
Might
The
have to go
tail is
outside.
in the
but
table.
I'm trying to make her wait.
Look at him.
Oh,
You just see her face print in the tablecloth.
That's funny.
That is funny.
So, anyways, Elnor as a character, I mean, I don't begrudge the actor. He was fine. I don't begrudge the things that they necessarily had him doing when the action stuff
Him
started.
and Hugh team up.
But when it wasn't pull out a sword and do things time, which is so out of place for Star Trek
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Well, kind
Although,
of.
well, you're right.
Yeah.
As I'm second guessing myself because the Klingons do it all the time.
Mm.
So
Yeah, and
what's
then
the
you
big
had
deal?
what's his head in that does fencing in the early one.
George Takei?
Yeah.
Sulu?
Yeah.
That was
I
literally
mean, there's
like
swords. That's
there's
my
two
point.
that's 2 seconds in one episode.
Okay, well, there's swordsmanship.
Um,
Swordsmanship.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
But it should have been Laris and what's his
They
name?
did not give them enough screen
could be right.
time.
I think it should have been them.
I thought they were really interesting. Were they a couple with each other?
Yeah, they're married.
But then why is there all the sexual tension?
That
with
comes
her and Picard?
later.
No, there was definitely sexual tension in the first season.
There you go.
Well,
The very beginning of the show.
she's just waiting for her husband to get knocked off.
Yeah, just waiting for an
Yeah, maybe
for an opening to pop up.
What other characters did you guys like?
7 was good.
7 was great.
Seven
God,
was
she's
super great.
gorgeous.
I would
Isn't
watch.
she just gorgeous?
She's just amazing.
God.
Time has touched
It
her.
hurts.
Not at
Ugh.
all.
Jerry
And she's
Ryan.
just Jerry Ryan.
God.
Did the introduction of 7 when she first shows up, did that seem weird?
No,
No.
I was having a moment.
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was-
alone in our bunks.
I thought it was weird.
I need a moment to
I
myself.
need a moment to my. Woo! Where did my fan
Where'd
go?
the
Ren?
fan go?
Where did the fan go? You had one job.
We left it upstairs.
One job.
I said I didn't need it.
I'm not gonna need it.
Do a Star Trek podcast with ladies, they said.
Lesbians. Or
Wait,
one lesbian.
I mean, I'm like, can I be lesbian light?
yeah.
Some- a
yeah.
semi-
You're like a
semi-
diet lesbian.
You're what,
No sugar added.
you're what they would
sugar
call
added.
a chaser.
Yeah.
That's funny, a lesbian chaser. Wait, no, that's a whole other game.
So it seemed
Look at Kenny.
it seemed weird without context. Anyways, it seemed a little bit weird when 7 beams on and Picard is like, "You're 7 of 9."
Okay, that was
She's like,
stupid. They
You're
didn't-
Picard. It's
they-
Oh, like they
yeah.
hadn't met before?
no, well, I mean, granted, there's been a lot of real estate between the end of Voyager and to now, so maybe they met.
You think they would have met at a conference or something?
Exactly. That'd be the only way.
Or an awards ceremony, a graduation, something.
Bar mitzvah.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah. But that outside of that kind of silly moment, I thought she was totally fine. I like the fact that she had a bit of murderous rage.
Yeah, me too.
And that she wasn't in Starfleet.
Yeah.
She's like, F this, I'm out at
Yeah.
some point in the past.
See, I would watch a whole show about how she ended up leaving Starfleet and then her going, what was the name of the Fenric, right? She's a Fenric,
Fennec
right?
Ranger.
The Rangers,
Fenric Rangers, right?
And like a whole thing about like
Yeah,
yeah,
a whole show about the
I
Fennec
mean like that's a
Rangers,
whole
like
other
that.
thing is like when Voyager came back and that's what Harry Kim Garrett Wang was talking about. I think in one of the groups, someone said he was talking about like he wished that there was like actual like the finale was actually what happened when they came back. But we don't have any of that, you know.
How they got back to
and
their
like
lives
yeah,
and
what
whatever.
happened with integrating and Janeway was probably pushing 7 to join Starfleet and like doing this with her about that. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
because there's a
interesting.
huge gap there in that timeline.
Yeah.
She was just kind of forced into the whole Starfleet thing when they were out there in the
Yeah.
Delta Quadrant.
Right.
Yeah.
Like she really had
of
a
course.
choice. you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I would watch a whole show about that and her joining the Fennec Rangers and was it Fenric Rangers?
Fenric. What about Rios?
Rios.
I don't mind him. I did not like the holograms.
Thank you. Same. I liked him, the pilot, that character, and I could have handled one mobile doctor, mobile engineer, mobile nail technician, mobile colonoscopy
I mean, it gave the actor more to do.
application.
And so, then there was some funny moments generated from some of the especially the medical one.
Yeah.
He would pop in. He's like, "Hey, how's it going? Holy shit!"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
things like that were fine.
And why was Agnes Murderface able to just shut him down, override him when clearly there was a patient in distress. Why would she have override control over Rios to shut down?
Oh, over the EMR Rios?
Yeah. Well, no, just over real Rios. I can't imagine he would give that ultimate power to. I mean, she had just gotten on the ship when she killed him.
She's very smart.
I'm just saying. She's like, EMR off. That was it.
EMH.
EMH, EMR, EMD.
Yeah,
EMDR.
I don't mind that as much.
It was dumb.
Yeah, Rios is fine.
Yeah, and he's hot.
I think
hot.
yeah, he was also actually another one dealing with trauma, right? Because of his previous captain guy.
Yeah, and watching was it Beautiful Flower and the other android, he watched two of the first two synths that left the planet get slaughtered by his captain.
Right. I didn't really, that wasn't very clear to me.
And then his captain blew his brains out and that was what was weird, because he's like, I gave him a really hard time, and then he put the phaser in his mouth and blew his brains all over the bulkhead. I'm like, well, seems like there'd be a little more real estate there.
So he's just a troubled Starfleet person.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure.
Trauma from Starfleet.
Yeah. It's the same thing as what's her name, Agnes Murderface. I mean, the captain was told to do, because of the admonition, same thing. The captain was probably by Commander O.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Ordered to kill them.
Yeah.
And made to feel like the fate of the Federation, lies in your hands, and you must do this thing that's against your nature to save, the many.
Right. Another character we wanted to touch on was Narek, the Weasley little Vulcan man. Romulan.
Oh, I just wanted to.
We didn't like the casting of that guy.
water.
We didn't like the casting of that guy.
No.
We thought he could have been hotter, especially for that sexy synth.
It was the
falls in love with
creeper
him.
energy that he just came off as such a creeper, and she
she
was so into that.
Like, it's when you say that sounds like perfect casting. Like they wanted a creeper, but it was like he just wasn't hot enough for that role. Like, he was just this like average looking skeezy guy.
Yeah.
Like they just found off the street or something. And what's up? Oh my God, I'm so glad I remembered this. What's up with the Romulans having English accents all of a sudden? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Anybody?
I don't like. I don't
I don't like either.
Because why? What are they living in England or something?
Yeah.
Like, why? They have their own language. Why would they have our accent?
Well, I mean, on old Star Trek, like on TNG, they usually just had regular American accent.
Maybe I sound like a.
I don't recall.
I sound like a narcissistic American. Like, why wouldn't they have an English accent?
Why wouldn't they? No.
Well,
but
yeah,
the sister,
especially because they're the villains.
The sister and brother duo have a heavy English accent.
Still, it kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
We need a linguist.
What was her name? The Sudoku. What was her name?
Soki.
Which one?
Soji.
Soji.
The last female synth.
Oh, we're talking about
Data's daughter.
I thought we were talking
Data's
about
other daughter. Yeah.
Can we finish talking about the Romulan chick first? Or are this related? Sorry.
We were talking about the skeevy Romulan dude.
Not the
chick.
chick.
Skeevy Romulan chick.
To me, they're like a pair.
Yeah, the ancestral brother and sister pair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, there was some weird incest vibes between the two of them.
Yeah, they're
100%.
banging.
What was
They're
up
banging.
With that?
Yeah, that's not necessary in Star Trek.
Not necessary.
Yeah, no. I'm not into banging my siblings.
Black.
That's a no for me.
It's a hard no for me, too. Yeah. What about you, Commander Too Far?
Hi, sis.
No.
Oh, wait. No, hold on. It's got to switch. Switch cameras.
What? It's been switching cameras.
Oh man.
We got to wait.
The auto director.
Hold on, everyone.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, you got to go lay down.
Yeah, there's not much. They're just like bad guy of the week. She's like the sister. She's just like generically evil. There's really not much depth to her character at all.
Well, there could have been, because I liked that origin story, other than, kind of stealing it from, I think, a little bit. The whole, she's a witch and she's part of the
Jatvash,
and she's on this whatever this sacred quest, but it didn't go anywhere.
No,
she was just like you said, generically bitchy, and evil.
Yeah.
There wasn't, you didn't really. I mean, right? There's been plenty of villains that you still kind of pulled for, even though you knew that they were.
Yeah.
Because you got to know them.
She was just a bee.
She just wasn't. There was no depth. There was no.
Well,
depth.
the depth was that she was one of those witches. Those
but-
Yeah, that
Vulcan
was it.
nun
But
witches.
that was going forward. They didn't do anything with the. I mean, I guess you only
No.
have so much time, but I just felt
It's
like
kind
her.
of weird when they portrayed her as like just a total bee, and then all of a sudden like she's kind of got this other dimension, like she's a cool witch and she's got this mission. So you're supposed to like kind of feel for her a little bit, but like you don't really.
Okay, can we talk about how she died?
Sure.
How did she die? I don't remember.
I had totally forgotten this. So her and Seven of Nine, right? They're freaking duking it out, and giving each other like the like Starfleet insults.
I feel like I have to let the dog out to pee. Like she's staring at me. You guys just
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
talking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pee for my birthday.
Go on, go get me.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
should we pause it?
Dogs with podcast.
Should we just?
Yeah, well,
We'll pause.
this is gonna. Yeah, there'll
Yeah.
be some editing.
Well, we can wait until she gets back.
The more
The
I.
dogs are so funny.
Oh my gosh, the dogs are such a pain. But whatever, it makes the show.
It's different.
I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
People love dogs.
The more I talk about the show,
Yes.
the more I hate it.
Really?
Yeah, because there's so many like her.
But yeah, go ahead.
That particular character is a good example because it's like they could have written her in such a way where she was, driven for the mission, and
Excuse me.
truly believes that she's on the right side of good,
Mm-hmm.
which they kind of said those words, but the way she acted in every other way was like kind of just evil. And so it wasn't like she was on, like misguided or whatever. And actually, to be fair, it turns out that the threat that the Jat Vash are worried about is totally real, because that's what happens at the end of the season. And so they're actually right.
Yeah.
That's my whole big complaint. Too.
Like the synthetics could go one way or another. That brings me back
Yeah.
to like the theme of Picard as a whole, is that I guess they do a good job with this, but it's really, I feel like it's about showing in all these different ways what a good diplomat he is, that he's just was always able to kind of like talk to people, calm them down, de-escalate. Like he's just a good diplomat. So in that very last episode or finale, like, yeah, the synths are like, okay, I guess we're going to go crazy and kill all organic life. And then he's like, come on, you really want to do that? And they're like, nah,
Well, they open a
okay, we
tunnel.
won't.
They're letting these scary worm aliens into the universe to come end life
Right.
as we know it.
Yes, that was because there was a divide amongst the synths, right? Some of them wanted
Yeah.
to do this to let.
Right.
They think they have to because they're
And Dr.
afraid.
Soong pushed
And
them
so
into it.
Picard is really just good at talking people off the ledge. I think that's the whole overarching theme of Picard. Like every season, he's good at talking people off the ledge.
Yeah, I think. Well, that's because he's like 90 years old, and that's the only thing he can do anymore.
No,
but
that's his power of Picard.
I do-
like
well,
even
and
in
I-
the Next Generation.
I agree, and I think that's actually, as far as that element of it, is handled better than the next gen movies, which always devolved into a fist fight at the end.
Oh,
Like in
think-
Generations or
Right.
whatever, right? There's always a battle,
Oh.
and so I agree with you in that regard. But throughout the season leading up to that, there were so many moments where he was just like a bumbling old dude
in the first season of Picard.
in the first season of Picard, where
True.
he was just kind of being led along, and it's like, where's the Picard sharpness? Where's the decisiveness? Where's the leadership?
Yeah, but he's also trying to like figure out what's happening. He's chasing a whim off into space. Everyone's like, "What are you doing, man?" And he's
yeah,
like,
it came and went though.
"Yeah, yeah."
Well, that's the whole thing because he had the brain, disease and everything, and he was at the end of his life. The first season.
Do you think it was the brain disease?
Well, yeah, because it kills him before the end is the end of the show.
Yeah. If
So
that
he should have been in hospice, and he went running off across the galaxies, right, to have more. Let's face it, one more adventure.
Yeah.
To shine one more time, and here's this big worthy
Right.
cause, and he feels like he
Right.
owes Data because Data sacrificed his life
Right.
to save him.
Well, he's also a little
You
bit
know.
of a narcissist. It's like,
Oh, always,
Picard is?
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
he's
can't-
not.
yeah,
He's
we-
not a narcissist. He's narcissistic. There's a difference. But
Yeah.
like, he gets a lot of critique. I feel like in Picard, like when he goes to ask for like, "Hey, Starfleet, can I have another ship?"
tells him to
And they're
shut
like,
the fuck
"Hell
up."
no!" Like, "F
Literally.
off, Picard." Like he gets slammed down several times, and everyone's like, "You just want to gallivant off." And anyway, so yeah.
And the answer should be yeah. Yeah,
And
I
you
do.
know, we
Because
also-
I've saved the galaxy like how many times?
Yeah. And they're like, "That's old news, man.
Yeah,
That's old news,
yeah,
old
you're
man."
Retired.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, two things. The going back to his powers of oration and his being this able to bring people together and in this case change Soji's mind and make her close the worm tunnel, right, and believe in me, right.
Yeah.
Where I have the problem with that is like, how long have we gone now since all synths were banned, and all of a sudden, after one heroic speech from Picard, the entire Federation says, "Well, I guess we were wrong, because the last time you see Soji, she's like, 'Bye, Picard, I'm off to see the galaxy now that the ban on synths has been lifted.'" He's like, "Have fun." And she's like, "Peace."
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense.
It does not make sense that the entire universe would all of a sudden, even just the Federation, well, Picard gave a great speech in space, so...
You
Never
mean as
mind the
far
thousands
as-
that were killed because the synths went haywire and
Never mind the fact that they almost killed everybody again, which proves that they're a little fucking unstable.
Right.
It just, but no, the ban's lifted, and Soji goes on, she, goes backpacking,
And no, they were-
everybody's happy.
Didn't he expose a truth about that? Like, the ban on synths was because they went nutso on Mars, but he exposes some kind of truth about it.
Oh, he does. That the
That they were
Romulans,
programmed?
the Romulans were the ones that killed responsible for what happened on Mars, not the synths going mad on their own.
Yeah. So in the end, it's like liberating the synths because they were sort of framed.
But
And
they
then
were
his
s- yeah.
diplomatic ability to kind of get everybody on a good page, same level playing field.
yeah,
and
it was all
along.
worked out, Shell.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I will say, talking about setting the tone of the show, going back to Starfleet, making kind of weird decisions. I'm totally on board with Starfleet shutting him down because they did that happened all the time. Even
Yeah.
on, even recently, like in Prodigy. Janeway gets shut down because she wants to do whatever. Or multiple times. How many times have they disobeyed orders
Yeah.
because Starfleet Command said, go left, and it's like, well, we need to go right because we're in the field, we know what's going on. Happened all the time. But when she is sitting in front of him and she says the sheer effing hubris, and then later she dropped the F-bomb again later.
Wait, who's she?
The admiral person who turns
the older
Picard
lady
down.
that turns him down both times.
The second time she uses the F-bomb, and maybe it's just a character trait with her as a character.
Yeah, she just tells him to shut the F up.
But it's complimentary in that case. She does like a backhanded compliment later on.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, not
Right.
that. She
I
was-
can't remember
she was
exactly
mad
how
at
it played
him
out, but
in that scene.
it's like, I don't know. The F-bombs aren't really necessary for Star Trek.
Why?
They've never been necessary before.
Well,
I mean, I dropped one, I think.
No,
I've dropped one
we
in
swear a
my
lot.
life.
That's fine.
one or
Just
thrice.
one or one
Yeah.
thousandth.
Because it makes it makes it real.
No, it doesn't though, because
People
they're
do swear.
okay. Going back to an element again, not that things can't change, and like Data said, oh shit, when they were crashing, and it was stupid then. It takes me back to like Star Trek. Do you remember Star Trek 4? You good? You good, Coach? The one with the whales.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double damn you.
So the concept of swearing
Yeah.
is so foreign
Well, yeah.
that Spock kind of has to explain it to him, and Kirk fumbles trying
Yeah.
to swear for the first time to fit
What is
into
it?
modern day
Is it
San Francisco.
Yeah, double damn you. Isn't that what he says?
Right?
Yeah.
And their entire lexicon throughout the entire
This is old people history.
Yeah.
decades
That's
long
us.
of Star Trek. They talk a certain way. There's a level of professionalism, right? And all the
Yes.
things that people in Starfleet do.
Well, it sounds like it's not just professionalism. It's like the language of Earthlings is that they don't say fuck anymore.
Yeah,
or
the
sure
lexicon
shit.
has
or-
changed.
yeah, or at least
yeah, the
in
lexicon
those
has changed.
at least in those circles, the people the studious.
But if you're
folks
saying
and-
what does that mean? That means you've never heard it anywhere.
right, exactly.
Right.
And so it's like kind of completely foreign. And so now, and I guess times have changed. All the swearing has been reintroduced, and people now swear again. Whereas it was a completely foreign concept
Oh.
culturally
Okay, because
to
Kirk
them
was before Picard in
Yeah,
the timeline.
by like 70 years or whatever, right? So it's one of those universe bending things. It doesn't break the universe necessarily, but it's one of those things. It's like, is it really necessary
pull
to
you
be
out when
there
you're not
for
used to
this to
hearing it.
like if she had said just not even effing, but just like the sheer hubris of you sitting in front of me asking for this. That's powerful enough. It doesn't need an F-bomb. That's just
That's fair. I mean, I guess like I haven't really seen the Star Trek movies in like a long time, probably since my goth girlfriend made me watch them like 25 years ago.
well, the whole thing, I mean, it's played for laughs and it's kind of silly, so I wouldn't take it too seriously. The scene that
I think
I'm
this is
talking
the
about.
kind of stuff our listeners want to hear. And I'm not going to tell them because I don't know.
Our trashy Star Trek opinions.
Well, just like I don't know the detailedness of that. I would miss that. So
Can we? So okay. To finish the one thought, so Starfleet is kind of a little bit of a shell of itself, not shell, but like
yeah,
it's not the same Starfleet as it used to be.
yeah.
It doesn't seem
In
as
Picard?
it's kind of yeah in Picard it's
In
broken.
Picard.
It's kind of shown as it's hinted at that it's like almost like there's a level of corruption or something.
Well, obviously, I mean, if Commander O was able to infiltrate when she entered the academy, if she had been a sleeper for that long.
Oh, that's the
Head of
Vulcan
security
person.
Head of security.
That's right.
person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's not the first time they've done that, right? TNG played with that too, with the infiltration of the bug aliens into Starfleet, right? And influencing. And then later, Deep Space Nine did the same thing with the influence of the changelings into Starfleet and
True.
Federation Society. So it's entirely. So I actually don't begrudge that as a concept necessarily in terms of like Starfleet kind of going astray, but just that scene played weird for me.
Okay, fair.
Let's talk about Raffi
Wait, well, my question is, how long are we going to keep doing this podcast? Because now
until we
we're
run out of things to talk
And-
about.
but we can't do an episode
You know-
that's
We'll-
over
we'll
an
split
hour.
it. We'll split it into parts.
You fools have not asked me once what I did to my
I know.
arm.
You were supposed
know?
to do that in the beginning.
No, I was supposed to be asked.
All right, Shell, what
It's
happened
too
to your
late- it's too late
hand?
now. It's all right. The moment's passed.
Well, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah, that's our
God damn,
clo-
there's going to be so much editing. in
No,
this.
don't edit any of it.
This
Just
So-
will
leave
be
it
our
in.
closer.
You don't need to edit any of this.
So I want to talk about Raffi. I want to talk about the Borg. I want to talk
God
about
damn it!
the design related things.
This is a two-parter. We're doing a two-parter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking we should close
Go eat tacos.
and start anew.
No, I think we should. Oh, okay. But we're gonna keep going right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tacos. Oh, all right.
Tacos.
If we break and eat tacos, we're not coming. We're not coming.
We ain't
back in
coming
here.
back.
Yeah.
Because my tacos are pretty damn good. You know what I mean?
Because there's a space. Them's a space taco.
There's a space taco.
It makes you want to lay down after.
Oh, dang it.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone.
So we're gonna save the mystery of how did unemployed Bible girl shell shock bust her damn arm up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait a week.
Wait a
yes,
whole
you're gonna have to
week
wait
until the next
till next
episode.
week.
Dun,
Our
dun,
next episode,
dun.
part 2.
Part 2. Yeehaw!
Do you want to do the intro?
We're starting over again right now.
Are we closing out this one? Did we close it out
This
good
is like-
enough? All right. Well, thanks.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Thanks for
guys.
listening.
And we're really sorry.
And gals.
Yeah, I'm
If
sorry.
if you have any
Thanks,
comments,
peoples.
Please don't give them to us.
Please don't.
please just hold it.
Keep them to
Nobody
yourselves.
gives a shit. No, please.